That's not good. I think I lost a wheel bearing.
Last we left you, we were stuck on the side of Highway 4 in the Bolivian Amazon.
Yowzers.
In a small roadside hamlet with a few shops, a couple dozen houses, and not much else.
And that, kids, is why we carry spare parts. Luckily, I kept my old seals and my old bearings last time I changed them out, so should have something here that's gonna work.
So while I stayed with the bike, Chad went in search of the local mechanic, who just so happened to be right across the highway. Lacking resources, many of the backyard mechanics across Latin America have learned to work miracles with just a few tools and a lot of ingenuity.
He doesn't have a puller, but he's trying to make something right now that'll pull the rest of the bearing out of there. So I have faith. I have faith in the backyard Bolivian mechanics. All right, well, the bearing and the seal have been installed. So there's welding involved. I had to close my eyes at one point because I didn't want to see what was happening. But I think we're back in business. Welcome to the puzzle factory.
Aren't those supposed to be connected?
I shop you. Any comments from the peanut gallery?
And just like that, with an old bearing and seal, we were back on the road in under 2 hours.
Whew. All right, just about an hour 45 later, and we are back in business.
And wasted no time pounding slab back to Santa Cruz de la Sierra. From here, the plan was to continue the circuit back to Cochabamba, from which we had previously ridden Highway 7, otherwise known as the Old Road. But loath to ride the same road twice, we decided to return via Highway 4, otherwise known as the New Road, along the northern flanks of both Amboró and Carrasco National Parks, rounding the elbow of the Andes and bidding farewell to the Amazon for now. Having learned our lesson, we didn't bother trying to top off the tank in Santa Cruz, electing instead to wait until the outskirts of town.
Well, the pumps aren't hung up. I wonder if that's a bad sign.
De bulo bulo está.
¿Bulo bulo?
Sí.
¿Bulo bulo tiene gasolina?
Sí, ahí tiene.
Okay, perfecto.
Only to discover that the outskirts were fresh out of gas. So onward to Bulo Bulo, the next gas stop on our route. Near at the limits of our range, where they too were out of fuel.
No hay gasolina acá.
No.
No, so okay. ¿Tiene un hotel? ¿En la calle?
Acá yo creo que sí hay.
Sí. ¿Dónde?
Esa ventita. En ahí.
La azul?
Ajá, en el sitio.
¿La casa azul?
Ajá.
Sí.
Está rosado. Ajá.
Okay. En serio? Okay. Yeah, gracias. She said they're selling gas over there at the blue house.
Cool, perfect.
Yeah, we'll see. Hola. Buenas tardes. ¿Vende gasolina? Sí, perfecto. Yeah, muchas gracias.
But luckily, right across the street was a much cheaper gas station with full service at no extra charge. Topped off and back on the road, dodging trucks and toll booths, through green meadows, across countless rivers, and the occasional small town dotting the highway. Until eventually arriving at Via Tunari, situated on the northern flanks of Carrasco National Park,
Got them some pool tables.
and the aptly named Hostel Mirador, overlooking the Chapare River.
Well, you're a weird looking bird. What are you guys? The hell? Whoa.
And occupied by numerous dubious mascots.
Oh, you got a water slide.
The Bolivian dodo bird.
Bolivian dodo birds? Is that what they are? Shut up. It's a hell of a view.
Yeah.
Bite her. Chew her face off. Chew her face off.
He had a diaper earlier.
He did have a diaper in his mouth, and he peed on your pillow. No, don't pee. Oh,
Oh,
Did
that's
he-
your
no!
pillow.
Did he just pee on the pillow?
And it was here, after a night on the town, a bit of pool and a bit more pool.
Rose refuses to get in the water now.
It's freezing.
It's not cold.
And that's why your teeth are chattering.
No, my teeth are chattering because I hit the bottom of the pool over there. It hurt.
Either way, I'm not going.
After sustaining a few injuries and harassing the chickens, that we got an unexpected visit from immigration at 11 o'clock at night.
Immigration is knocking at our door. This is wild. My passport?
No, not just your passport, your entry visa.
My
Like
entry
the
visa?
thing we paid for.
Oh, yeah.
Want me to show it to them? I know where it is.
It's quarter after 11 p.m. and we got a knock on the door, and it was the Bolivian immigration, and they wanted to see our stamps and our tourist visas, which was kind of odd because we're sort of in the middle of nowhere right now. I mean, not really in the middle of nowhere, but still in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, and there was like, how many immigration officers were there? 4?
Yeah, I think
There were like 4 immigration officers that wanted to see our stamps and our passports and our paperwork. So it was,
Yeah, it was the paperwork.
Yeah, it was the-
And it was the visa, like not a stamp. It's just the entire like visa.
look at the peanut gallery back here. Say again.
Well, like, if you're
say to
gonna
the camera.
say it,
Well,
no.
yeah, but if you're gonna talk to the camera.
Well, no, just redo it, babe. It's not like it
I'm
doesn't.
not gonna redo it. What was it? What did they want to see? Come here. Come here. Oh. Come on, the immigration's out there, man. You're causing a ruckus.
Causing a ruckus in here. I'm gonna have us deported.
The next morning, we woke to the locals causing a ruckus of their own.
You trying to go, Mario?
As well as a flat tire. And having had his fill of wheel-related hijinks for the time being, Chad decided to go in search of a gomeria, which luckily are plentiful in this part of the world.
De aquí a 2 cuadras.
2 cuadras? Aquí no? No? Okay.
Although, for some strange reason, none of the shops in Tunari were willing to touch our Africa twin.
Pinchada. Aquí no?
But luckily, as soon as we left the city limits, we found someone game enough to give it a go.
All right, let's try this again.
After yet another donut-related delay, we were back at it for the final stretch of tarmac into Cochabamba. Where we would discover that the new road was so new that it wasn't even finished yet. Which, coupled with the constant flow of aggressively caffeinated truck drivers, was the perfect recipe for a high-stakes game of cat and mouse. Doing our best to navigate the constant onslaught of big rigs and the occasional brownout, we continued ascending Bolivia's eastern Andes, just out of reach of one of the country's most biologically diverse regions, where it's very easy to get distracted by the view and end up dead as a result. Directly south of the newly christened Highway 4, Carrasco National Park, encompassing over 6,000 square kilometers, 2,400 square miles of largely roadless and completely uninhabited yungas, provides an impressive backdrop for today's ride. ascending into the clouds and back onto the outermost flanks of the world's largest altiplano outside of Tibet. We descended to the shores of Laguna Korani for a quick break before rejoining the hustle-bustle of Cochabamba.
Got a bit chilly coming over the pass.
Yeah, getting my sweater on right now.
Busting out the alpaca sweater.
Jealous?
Yeah, a little bit.
After our lakeside pit stop, we wound our way down the hill and back into Bolivia's fourth largest city. Where we wasted no time quenching our insatiable thirst for tubes. Before punching in the coordinates for our next destinations: La Paz, the Death Road, and Peru.